Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Cox here, and I'm going to teach you how to take Cornell notes, also known as double column notes or DCNs. I wanted to remind you that you can stop, pause, rewind me, or listen to me as many times as you need to in order to understand this. I would like you to record how to take these double column notes in your notebook. So I'd like you to have an example of what goes in each part of the notes in your notebook for me to be able to look at tomorrow in class. The Wildcats teachers have decided to teach you a number of different note-taking strategies, and this is just the first of a few that we're going to teach you. Okay, so let's get started. Your notes are always to be done in your science notebook. If for some reason you forget to bring your notebook home, just do it on loose leaf paper. Do it on the front side only so that it's easy to tape into your notebook later. And you can tape them in the next day when you get to class. First thing that you're going to do is you're going to draw a line on your paper so that it divides your paper into a large and a small column. The small column is on the left-hand side. It does not need to be exactly 2.5 inches. It just needs to be smaller than the right-hand side so that you have lots of room to take the actual notes. I think that you should be drawing what I have down in general, not copying everything down, but drawing the general outline of these notes. So next you're going to put the date in the upper right-hand corner, and you're going to put that date on all of your pages. Then you're going to put a title at the top of that page, and that topic title goes on every page of those notes. So if the notes are 2 pages long, you would have that title or topic on every page. In this case, my title would be How to Take Cornell Notes. This is how you would set your notes up for the first time. So if I said set up your Cornell notes, I would expect your paper with the line drawn, the date, and the topic. What are the parts of the Cornell notes? So let's talk about the notes column first. That's the column on the right-hand side, the larger column. And this is going to be the area where you actually take your notes as you're listening to the video or reading your textbook. This is going to have the most information in it. The cues column you're not going to do until after you're done taking the notes. And there are a number of things that you could put in that cues column. So you could phrase the notes to the right as a question on the left, and I'm going to show you what I mean. If you have a definition of a vocabulary word on the right, you could write the actual vocabulary word on the left. It could be headings or subheadings, could be categories. And again, I'll show you some examples. The third thing that you're going to do is underneath your last notes that you wrote, you're going to write a summary. And that summary can go across the entire page. It does not need to be broken into a left and a right part. You're going to write a 3 to 4 sentence summary of everything that you've learned. And it's done third. It's done after you've done the notes and after you've done the cues. So on the third bullet point down, you can see that I have some potential things that you could include in your summary. For example, what's most important? What's the significance of the facts? How are they connected together? Do not just recopy your notes in your summary. Write them in different words. Actually process it through your brain so that you can learn this information. Here's an example. Now they use a couple of different terms than I did, but it's still a good example of Cornell notes. Instead of us calling that the essential question, we're just going to call it your topic or your heading. This lecture evidently was on how to be successful in class. So the student took notes on how to ask questions, sitting up front, taking notes, and getting help. And then, secondly, that person wrote those things as questions on the left-hand side. Then the student wrote a summary on a general overview of how to best be successful in class. Now, these Cornell notes are excellent on studying for a test. You can easily cover the right-hand side of the paper, and you have cues on the left-hand side, and you can see what you know. You could also do it the opposite way. You could cover the left-hand side and see what you know from reading the right-hand side. Here's another example. This lecture evidently was on how to convert metric measurements, and they have what they call their learning target at the top, which we're going to call our topic or our title. In the notes column, they have the actual notes, and in the cues column, they wrote a question: how do I convert metric measurement units? And then their conclusion is at the bottom. Again, you can come back to this video as often as you need to in order to know how to take these notes. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great night.